It's so easy to capture an audience that doesn't really know the full context.
Yeah, that's really interesting that Destiny out having conversations with Sam Hyde where they actively talked about murdering me. Murdering me.
Liar! A liar! Subscribe
to Hassan Piker.
HASAN Abi, aka Hassan Piker,
It's not Hassan Piker. It's actually HASAN Piker.
Excuse me!
Anyway, he streams political content on Twitch, and if you want more information, then read Wikipedia, because that's all you're getting from me.
Ah, you're useless.
Out of context.
Nobody hates being taken out of context more than Hassan, and I have dozens of clips of him crying.
Out of context.
But here's just a few to help make his point.
You have to clip me out of context. You, in context, look like sh. There's never been a moment in my life where I feel like my haters don't fucking like clip me out of context consistently. I saw a clip of you calling Turkish people a dog. Is that real or AI generated? Devoid of context. What will get you likes on Twitter instead is to fucking clip me out of context and be like, Hassan
Had a turd take about how streaming is more socially draining than a regular job, and his friend Ludwig reacted to that turd take, and he agreed it was in context, and this is what he said.
Ay, ay, ay. It's like no different than what Muda did. He showed the context though. It doesn't fucking matter that he showed the context. It's just a way to just literally farm off the fucking drama. I don't get mad when clippers clip things in context. It's when something I said is misconstrued or clipped out of context that frustrates me.
It doesn't fucking matter that he showed the context.
You look like a fool, don't you? Yes. Yes. Yes, you do.
So even when Hassan agrees his friend provided context, he still cries foul, because he made fun of him.
God damn it. I don't like
Fricking
contextualizing every
fricking
thing I have to say. You exist within the context of all the things that came before you. Context is important.
except when you're too lazy to contextualize your own point, or when you're ignoring other people's context.
I'm not gonna lie. Nice clip chimping. Listen to his context. Bro, what context? The context is him defending Israel. You are taking this out of context. What was the context of that clip? I don't know. Okay, this is that. What? I don't know where this video is going. Maybe with the context, I would understand the point that she's making. I just don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I legitimately don't care. I don't care. The whole talk provides a ton of context. I don't care. I don't care enough to learn about the context even. I think when you see a clip out of context, like it is kind of on you to do a little bit of a deeper dive into it.
And then?
I love that fucking Twitter nerds are like, actually, here's a context.
So context is important, except when you don't care about context and or when you're mocking people for providing context.
Gotcha.
This is why I made a new word just for Hassan.
Context, you liar. Someone who pretends context is important.
Here's even more proof that Hassan doesn't care about being taken out of context. He gets up to have a piss and is gone for 73 seconds, and on his YouTube channel, his editor puts in an unrelated reaction to fill the space.
Seriously?
He could have started the video when he started talking, but he chose to take him out of context and place him in another context.
Who does that?
And if that's not egregious enough, his editor even reversed the footage to fill the time he was away. And before you say Hassan is not his editor excuse,
Riddle me this.
you buy an expensive pair of trainers and after a week the stitches unravel. Are you going to the factory in China to find the incompetent kid that stitched your shoes?
I think not. Nah.
You're blaming Nike, the brand. Hassan allowed his editor to take him out of context, so I'll never take him seriously again when he cries
Out of context.
It's a fair point. It's a joke!
I'm talking for 10 hours and I'm oftentimes using sarcasm, using jokes, and like you can clip anything devoid of its context. Telling a chatter I was going to kill myself in my
Fricking
own Discord in a normal conversation that got clipped out of
Fricking
context. I'm sorry to that one chatter who doesn't understand context, nuance, or jokes. I'm joking.
I understand context, nuance, and jokes, and that's why I never think bad of anybody for making a joke, but same can't be said for Hassan the hypocrite.
But they were trying to call you
PDF file.
yesterday.
So some kids are really
They
hot.
dug in deep.
Oh,
Like, I know he's being sarcastic here, you know? I get it. I understand. But it's so fucking gross. Do you understand?
Stinking hypocrite.
If you use sarcasm, why is Destiny's sarcasm gross? Do you not like dark humor?
I am not an anti-dark humor guy. Okay? I'm not. I'm not anti-comedy. I'm not anti-dark humor. I make edgy jokes all the fucking time.
Then why are you saying this about Destiny?
I'm a necrophiliac.
Okay.
PDF file.
The holy fucking sentence.
After you kill them, I have my way with them.
Yeah, dark edgy jokes, man. Dark edgy jokes. Like, it's over. You are a unimaginably toxic person, okay? That's it.
Let's say you loathe Destiny and love Hassan. If I could prove Hassan likes comedians making similar jokes, would you accept he's a hypocrite only trying to make Destiny look bad?
Maybe.
But Stock's probably the best guy for me to go up against because he's the only comedian that looks more like a
PDF file.
than I do. Two of us together are kind of like the Home Alone robbers if they manage to fuck Kevin at the end of the movie. Nick has the mustache of a
PDF file.
and the penis of a
PDF file.
Nick children, thank you. Stop also f children. From the beginning, I'm just able to f prettier kids.
So, does Hassan think Nick and Stavros are gross, unimaginably toxic people?
Well, now that is an excellent question.
So are we supporting or no? Yeah, of course. I think Nick's a very funny dude. 100%. I've literally brought up his jokes a million times over.
But you'd never bring up the kid fucking joke because that would make you look unimaginably hypocritical. And on screen now, you're looking at Hassan having a great time with Stavros, which leads me to believe that he has no problem with what was said, but only who said it because Hassan
Practices selective outrage.
It's just jokes, chatter. It's not coming from a hateful place, okay? If you believe it is, I don't know what to tell you.
You could start by telling us why Destiny is gross and unimaginably toxic, but Nick, Stavros and you are just joking and it's totally fine. Me thinks it's super simple.
You're a fucking hypocrite.
I think that you can still make jokes. I mean, I at least still make jokes, which, you know, people punish me for anyway.
Like how you're trying to punish Destiny.
I am not in the business of just like constantly being a fucking joke police.
That's ironic coming from you.
Like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Destiny allegedly released a sexy video of Pixie without her consent, and that, in my opinion, is gross and toxic. Joking that you're a pedo.
So what?
But releasing someone's sexy video makes you a grade A
Piece of shit.
Yes, a real job can be gruesome. A real job can make you very tired, but a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you. You know what I mean? In the same way that 9 hours of streaming absolutely will.
That's true. That is true.
A regular minimum wage job sucks way more soul from people considering they have to travel in rush hour traffic and can't pick work hours or take breaks whenever they like.
Social battery wise, unless you're in retail, unless you're fucking in retail, it's very different. You're out of touch with them. I'm gonna die, dude. There's motherfuckers who are accountants in here and they're misunderstanding what I'm saying. A real job does not expend your social battery in the same freaking way as someone who did a sales job, a real job. 9 hours of constant performance and people pleasing taps you out from social scenarios. After 9 hours of that, I could probably do physical labor.
I don't believe you.
But I can't fucking do more social.
And then?
All right, that's it for tonight. I'm gonna go spend some time with family.
He must have been charging his social battery while streaming that day to have the energy to go socialize right after. Anyway, in this sales job, could he scream at the customers and ban them from the store? Or did he have to perform as if he liked dealing with rude, obnoxious people for minimum wage? Most jobs are more socially draining and performative than sitting at your computer screaming at chat.
Shut the fuck up, dumb
Beach.
That's not what I said, you dumb crack.
Beach.
Yes, brother, because it's a freaking Saturday. Suck my dangus.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. You're the woke of the day. No, you dumb Can you just shut the up? Please? Can all of you just collectively shut your stupid fucking woke mouths up?
What?
Shut up!
What would happen if you acted that way in your job?
You're fired.
Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? When I'm done streaming, I usually have like at least a refractory period of an hour where I just sit there and silently stare at my phone.
Go cry about it.
Except that one time you said you were going to socialize with your family right after stream.
The one issue that I've brought up about Twitch streaming that's like very different than a real job is that, like I said, you're always on. You have to always be on. Constantly having to do this for 9 hours.
It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life.
Constantly having to do this for 9 hours
with like a back and forth interaction for 9 hours. That's what like sucks your social battery.
What about doctors and nurses having to be on 12 hours a day and deal with grieving families or angry senile patients? How's their social battery when they have to actually talk to humans face to face and smile and be respectful when they're fucking exhausted and would like nothing more than to choke someone with a stethoscope?
There are so many private moments that you have to yourself in a real job.
Like the allocated lunchtime when you can reflect on how much you hate your boss that treats you like shit. And of course, you may get another short coffee break where you can have a nervous breakdown because you're underpaid and underappreciated and have to work overtime for free.
When you're on camera, you have to be on all the time.
And when you're not on camera, that's called taking a break, which you can do anytime you like or work less hours if you like.
Do you know how socially draining it is to work like most jobs? I'm just saying we can relate to your feeling a lot more than you seem to think. Lots of jobs are socially draining. Many of us are feeling all too well. Oh my God, I'm gonna die.
Poor baby is socially drained reading a message. Do you need a silk pillow and a blowjob?
I think she's being funny. I'm not laughing.
I did sales, dumbass. I know what it's like. I had to freaking sit there. I know, it's awful. You have to literally, I'm telling you, yeah, it was draining my social battery nowhere near to the same degree as Twitch streaming. That's my point.
That would be one point of view.
Yeah.
Maybe your social battery would have drained more if you had to go on interviews instead of being given a job by your Uncle Jenk.
I have a small weenie.
And now take a look at this chart from Ad Fontes Media, which I do take with a bucket of salt, but look where Hassan is. He's further left than Shapiro is right and more untrustworthy.
Like, this has got to be
Funking
DGG guy who wrote this list, I assume.
Instead of taking his own advice and doing a deeper dive to find out who contributes to the chart, he spreads misinformation that Destiny's audience made it, which is precisely what the chart accuses you of doing, you double-sided dunce. They even judge him worse than the whole of Daily Wire, and Hassan still says,
First and foremost, I care about people spreading misinformation, and I try to show every side of a particular subject.
You're kidding.
I'm not joking even a little bit, dude.
He's kidding, right?
Like the bloody video.